The OE style headlights that we have here today will be a perfect choice for the 09 to 18 Ram owners looking for an affordable way to clean up and refresh a damaged or faded pair of stockers. Now, these lights will stay true to the OE styling thanks to the chrome housing paired up with that crystal clear lens. And of course, they are kicking in the amber reflectors, all for right around that high $200 price point. So again, these lights should appeal to the 09 to 18 Ram owners out there who are looking to make the front of the truck look like new again by replacing a set of worn looking or maybe damaged factory headlights. Now, unlike a majority of our other options here at AmericanTrucks.com, these are going to be for the owners who would rather stick to the appearance of a stock truck as opposed to swapping to something that's going to deliver more of an aftermarket or modified look through things like black housing, smoke lenses, radical lighting, and more. Now getting into the construction here of the OE style headlights, and you will find again the chromed plastic base or housing that is then topped off with the crystal clear polycarbonate lens, all of which is sealed up nice and tight to help prevent any moisture or condensation from getting inside the lenses themselves. Now just a quick note here guys, these headlights do not include any new bulbs, so you can either use this as an opportunity to upgrade or just swap in your stock bulbs. Now finally guys, these lights have been given both the DOT and SAE stamp of approval, making them legal for use in all 50 states, and they are fully adjustable to aim everything properly after the install. Price point for the stock replacements here will live around that $300 mark, maybe just below, which again will make these a pretty affordable solution to refreshing a set of factory lights and not having to go to your local Dodge or Ram dealer to grab a new factory set. Now, with that being said, you can find other stock styled lights here on the site for a little bit less money, but at the end of the day, I would highly encourage you guys to check out the rest of our selection before pulling the trigger. Switching gears now, we do want to get into the install here, and because there is no added LEDs or accent lighting, there's no crazy wiring. Instead, everything's going to be very simple, 100% plug and play job. So therefore, the site's going to call it a pretty solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and I would say at least an hour to complete this from start to finish. But now we're going to throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you'll need for this project are a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and a trim removal tool. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of headlights on our Ram pickup, but first, let's watch a short video on how to uninstall the stock system.
For this install, we are going to have to pull the grill off the front end of our truck to gain access to the headlights. You don't need a whole lot of tools to accomplish this job, and I'm going to walk you through every step of the process. So let's get started. The first step is actually going to be to remove the rad support cover. Ours is missing, and all you'll need is this little clip removal tool to pop the clips out to remove that, and that is going to gain you access to these 4 10mm bolts here at the top of the grill. So I'll use my 10mm socket on a ratchet and pull those out. Once those bolts are removed, you can grab the grill from the front end and just give it a good pull, and it should come right off. The next step is actually going to be behind the headlight, and you're going to gain access to this through the inner fender liner. There's an access window that we can use to get to the back of the headlight, and we're going to be feeling for this white tab here. It has a lip on the bottom of it, and all we have to do is push it up to unlock it. I just need to pull the clip for the access window back, and then I can fold that back out of my way, and then I can put my hand inside and release the tab. Next, once again, using my 10mm socket and ratchet, I'm going to remove the 2 bolts here on the front of the headlight. That'll allow me to pull it out and unplug it from the vehicle. Now I can pull my headlight out and unplug my connectors. Just to give you a little bit of a better visual of the clip that I was referring to earlier, this is it right here, and it is currently in its locked position. By pushing it up, you open up the slot here to allow the headlight to come out.
Now we can go ahead and connect our wiring harness to our new light. Make sure that you push down on the red locking tab on both of the connectors and slide it into place. Now we can go ahead and secure our light using the original hardware. And tighten it down with our 10mm socket. Now that our headlight's completely installed, the last thing we need to do is just replace the locking tab down on the headlights to make sure that they stay in place, and then close up our access panel. So we're just going to reach up inside and feel it, because there's obviously no way that we can get a camera in here to show you. So you'll just have to feel for it. Once you find it, slide it down. It'll lock into place. Then we can replace our access panel using the original push pin. And now you can repeat that whole process for the other side. Now with both of our headlights installed and tested, we can go ahead and reinstall our grille and secure it with the original hardware. And we'll tighten everything down with our 10mm socket. And finally, we'll go ahead and reinstall our radiator cover. We'll secure that with the original push pins as well. And your installation is now complete. And that wraps up our review and install of the OE style headlights with chrome housing and clear lens for your 09 to 18 Ram 1500 with factory halogen non-projector headlights. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.